Disinformation again smashes Haz&Meg. Spotify must back down, Sussex pile pressure not transparent. Spotify has backed down in their row over disinformation, as Meghan Markle and Prince Harry pile pressure on the streaming giant. The company vowed to do better when it comes to tackling disinformation, announcing that it is working to add advisory warnings to any podcast discussing COVID-19. Meanwhile, Joe Rogan has pledged to try harder to offer more balanced views on his podcast. This came after artists Neil Young and Joni Mitchell asked to have their music removed from the streaming platform in response to Mr Rogan's podcast, which they accused of spreading COVID-19 misinformation. Meghan and Harry yesterday waded into the debate, saying they had expressed concerns to Spotify to ensure changes to its platform are made. In a statement, a spokesperson for the Sussex's Archewell Foundation warned of the impact of rampant mis and disinformation. In response to the mounting pressure, Spotify CEO Daniel Ek pledged that the platform plans to introduce warnings that will direct users to a data hub of coronavirus facts. Spotify also published existing rules which ban contributors from sharing false information in their content that could cause harm. In a statement, Mr. Ek acknowledged that the platform hasn't been transparent about the policies that guide Spotify's content and accepted that the platform has an obligation to do more to provide balance. He said, "You've had a lot of questions over the last few days about our platform policies and the lines we have drawn between what is acceptable and what is not. We have had rules in place for many years, but admittedly, we haven't been transparent around the policies that guide our content more broadly. This, in turn, led to questions around their application to serious issues including COVID-19. Based on the feedback over the last several weeks, it's become clear to me that we have an obligation to do more to provide balance and access to widely accepted information from the medical and scientific communities guiding us through this unprecedented time. These issues are incredibly complex. We've heard you, especially those from the medical and scientific communities, and are taking the following steps. The rules published by Spotify say that creators should avoid content that promotes dangerous, false or dangerous deceptive medical information that may cause offline harm or poses a direct threat to public health. Joe Rogan, whose podcast averages 11 million listeners per episode, also pledged to try and provide more balance. In an Instagram video, he said, "My pledge to you is that I will do my best to try to balance out these more controversial viewpoints with other people's perspectives, so we can maybe find a better point of view. I'm not mad at Neil Young, I'm a huge Neil Young fan." He also admitted, "Absolutely I get things wrong." But he denied trying to spread misinformation, saying he had never tried to do anything with this podcast other than just talk to people. He added, "I want to thank Spotify for being so supportive during this time, and I'm very sorry that this is happening to them and that they're taking so much heat from it." Meghan and Harry hit out at Spotify in a statement from their Archewell Foundation, which said, "Last April, our co-founders began expressing concerns to our partners at Spotify about the all-too-real consequences of COVID-19 misinformation on its platform. We have continued to express our concerns to Spotify to ensure changes to its platform are made to help address this public health crisis. We look to Spotify to meet this moment and are committed to continuing our work together as it does." The couple reportedly signed an £18 million deal with the streaming giant in December 2020. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's Archewell Productions has issued a statement on the current controversy over Spotify and alleged misinformation the platform is disseminating on COVID-19 issues. The couple's Archewell Productions claim they have expressed their concerns about misinformation to Spotify as far back as last April, and asked for action. Today's statement did not mention podcaster Joe Rogan, whose show on the service has been at the heart of recent attention, or specifically what constituted the alleged misinformation that raised the Archewell concern.